Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nick Juan Jordan, the AI protagonist, and in today's video, we're going to be looking at some Shadowheart Generations. So Shadowheart is a character from Baldur's Gate 3, which I'm playing right now, and it's awesome. I'm loving it. So I decided to do some generations of Shadowheart. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the models that I've used. I used the same LoRa for all of them, but a bunch of different models, just so you can see her in different styles. I will put the prompt, both the prompt and the negative prompt, in the description below, so you guys can create these images yourself. So starting things off, we have this first row here. This was done, of course, with the Shadowheart LoRa. If I click on that, we have the Shadowheart Baldur's Gate 3 character LoRa, and these are some of the example images that the creator used in order to create this LoRa, or to show off the LoRa. Now the actual model, the checkpoint, is the Mistune anime. So just to show you what that looks like, that's this one right here, Mistune, and that creates these almost like Saturday morning cartoon type images. So you can see these definitely look like Shadowheart. The hands are going to need a little bit of work. I will have to use the character repair feature in order to fix the hands. This one, of course, I'd have to get rid of the second head. But besides that, there are some really nice looking images. This one's got an extra hand there that I would have to fix. But that is with the Mistune checkpoint. This one here, this is the Ghost Mix checkpoint. Ghost Mix, that's this one right here if you want to use it. And as you can see, it creates similar illustration style, animated style, but a little bit more realistic. This kind of reminds me of the old King of Fighters style of drawings, if you used to play those games. Now, some of the AIs did struggle with her bangs. So you'll see, like in this example here, it's like she has her bangs, but then her circlet has a second pair of bangs. So rather than it going through, it looks like a whole new set of bangs from the circlet. So that's something that it might take a few generations to fix. But the ones that don't have any gap do look really good, and it looks like the bangs are just going behind the circlet. This one looks like it might need to do some repair work on her hand. You would use the character repair thing down here if you want to repair like hands or faces and stuff like that. The next set would be the anything else V4 is the name of the checkpoint I use for this one, and that's this right here, this anime looking one. And it created these images here. So you can see this is another kind of a illustration, almost like a concept art type style. And it does look good, and some of these images look very good. This one, you can see the arm is on her wrong. It's kind of like facing the back of her. Should be bent that way rather than this way. But everything else on her looks really good. And this is definitely my favorite out of this set. I really like this one. This is kind of like a pose I've seen her have in the game when she's talking in dialogue, and so it's reminiscent of that in this pose. And the next set is from the Neverending Dream checkpoint. This is a very versatile checkpoint. You can see it right here. It does create photorealism as well as almost photorealism, which is kind of what you're getting here. So it looks like, it looks detailed enough to be a photo, but it's not photorealistic. It's kind of like a a very realistic style without being realistic, but it does have like the individual strands of hair and a lot of detail in the character, and it does look almost like a real portrait. This one, the hands looks like they might need a little bit of work, and then it does have these random like armbands. I don't know where those came from, but everything else looked good. You can see we still have the issue with the bangs here. This one actually got rid of the bangs altogether, but the rest of it does look good. It looks close enough like Shadowheart without the bangs to where you can actually recognize her if you've played the game before. And so that is from the Neverending Dream. The next one is a little bit more realistic. This one comes from the Dream Shaper checkpoint. Dream Shaper would be this one right here. Dream Shaper is also a very versatile checkpoint. You can use it for photorealism as well as illustrations, 3D animations and stuff like that. But you can see Dream Shaper did get rid of the bangs altogether, but everything else does look really good. Like the amount of detail on the clothing and the shadows and all of that, it looks great. Looks really good. Once again, no bangs here, but everything else looks good. It looks enough like Shadowheart even without the bangs to where you can still recognize her. Yeah, no bangs in this one. I think Dream Shaper just got rid of the bangs altogether, but the circlet and the hair does look good, and the actual clothing looks similar to that style of clothing that Shadowheart wears in the game, so you can still recognize her even without the exact hairstyle. But all of these do look really good. You wouldn't even need to do any kind of touch-up or anything like that. I could just upscale those and publish them without needing to do anything for them. And that's one of the reasons why I do like using the Dream Shaper. And this last bit, this is of course with the Ghost Mix again. I did a second generation with Ghost Mix. And we're back to the kind of like cartoonish, but with a lot more detail look. And the bangs are back in the Ghost Mix, which is one of the reasons why I like it. It's just a really, really nice looking images. Once again, in that cartoon but slightly realistic style. So that is pretty much it. I just wanted to show these off. Once again, I'll be putting the prompts in there. I didn't make any changes to like any of the samplers. I do have the FT Mass VAE, so you might want to try that one out. I got the DPM2 sampling method. And so these are all the different steps that I use, but honestly, I didn't even change these at all. I just kind of left them at default. So you're free to play around with them to see what kind of results you get. So if you want to see some more video game characters, anything from Baldur's Gate 3 or other popular games, I did make some Karlach images, so that might be fun to throw up on the channel. But let me know in the comments below and if there's anything else you'd like to see. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.